Hi, everybody. Welcome to the show. I'm Valerie Z, the founder of Spiritual Cardio, a 10-week group coaching program that teaches women how to make peace with their inner truth and practice self-love, where we heal in community by interrogating our inner demons until they lose power over us. I'm bringing you the powerful spiritual practices that helped birth my transformation because I want the same for you. I'm going to teach you how to build a love story with yourself and your inner child. So let's go. I'm sure you guys know by now how much I love doing this show. I pour my heart and soul into each episode to create a ripple effect of healing and self-awareness in the world. And you guys can help me make that little ripple into a wave. So I ask that if you find value in this episode, or if you had any aha moments, or if the show helps you navigate your life in a more positive direction, please share the show. It would mean so much to me if you would do that. And now let's get into it. Hey, you guys, this is Valerie Z. Thank you for coming back and tuning in to the Spiritual Cardio podcast. This is episode 28, and I'm so happy to be here. Today's episode is about how to start a spiritual journey. Spirituality is not something that I've done all my life. It's not something that I did in childhood or in my adolescence. It is something that I got into when I started recognizing that I was living in a state of suffering and mediocrity, and I got tired of the way I was living my life, to be quite honest with you. So then I wanted to change it. So how to start a spiritual journey? How it started for me was recognizing that I wasn't okay on the inside. You don't have to be suffering to start a spiritual journey. I will say that my spiritual journey started out of desperation. It was a desperation to be happy. It was a desperation for self-love, inner healing. I was desperate for hope. I was hopeless and helpless. At that time, I was also drinking a lot. A friend of mine saw that I was going through hard times and some deeply troubling rock bottoms. But they weren't rock bottoms, like I wasn't homeless or anything like that. It was a spiritual rock bottom. It was a mental health rock bottom, an emotional rock bottom. I was recognizing that the way I was living my life wasn't serving me and that I was living a self-destructive lifestyle. A friend at the time asked me if I had ever meditated, and I hadn't ever meditated. I was never spiritual. Ever. So that was new to me. I believed in God, but I did not practice. I did not go to church or anything like that. I've always believed in a God, although I was never spiritual or religious. And so when she asked me that, have you ever meditated? It can help you. It sparked curiosity in me because at that time I was willing to do anything to start healing. I felt like I needed something and I didn't know what that something was. So when she mentioned that, I Googled and looked up how to meditate on YouTube. That simple question changed my life, because meditating has transformed my life. There are things that happen in meditation that you will not experience out in the world because the world has noise. And so when you quiet down and go inward, there are things that come up that you're not paying attention to while you're out living your life. It's only going to happen when you go inward. And there, the things that need to be healed will surface. The things that weigh down your soul or make your heart feel heavy will surface. And for me, a lot of that was the inner child. I had not done any healing work on her. Throughout life, she was silenced and shamed and abused, mentally, physically, emotionally. She would come up a lot in my meditations, so much. In those meditations, I started recognizing that I had lived my life hating her. I could not stand her. The thought of her throughout life made me feel rage. I felt disgust. When I realized that I lived my life enraged and in hate towards her, all I wanted to do was love her. All I wanted to do was connect with her. That realization made me feel so much compassion for her. I could not believe. I was in utter disbelief that I had gone through my life hating myself, because throughout all of those years, as I was living in alcoholism or doing drugs in adolescence, like all of those years, I was suppressing her, I was numbing her, I was trying to silence her. I hated her. The addiction was a symptom of that, of the self-hate. But you won't know that until you start going inward and start digging deep and allowing the insights to come to you. The insights will come. That's what meditation does. It helps you see what needs to be seen, what needs to be healed. It's a beautiful process, but it's messy, but it's transformational, so it's absolutely necessary. Your spiritual journey may look different from mine, but if you are struggling with how to go about it, what to do, how to do it, this isn't going to work, I can't meditate, stop putting excuses up. Stop with the excuses and just do it. Just try it. Meditation will change your life. Allow yourself to quiet down. Allow yourself to relax. Maybe that's what I'll do next. I'll do another guided meditation for self-discovery. I'll do that on a upcoming episode. Meditation will help you discover what needs to be healed within you. The excuse that I hear a lot is that meditation is hard because I can't control my mind, I can't control my thoughts. Well, how about stop trying to control anything? Maybe that's the problem, is that you're trying to control everything. How about you stop trying to control and just surrender to the process? Allow your mind to run free. Allow the thoughts to come and pass through. And when you start allowing and surrendering, then maybe your mind will quiet down. I went into meditation without any biases. So maybe the problem is the preconceived notions of what you think meditation is. When I started meditating, I had no preconceived notions. I looked up how to meditate, and I found a 5-minute video on YouTube, and I followed the instructions. It was that simple. I followed instructions. Can you follow instructions? Just allow yourself to breathe. When your mind gets wrapped up in a thought or on a to-do list, bring it back to your breath. Bring your thinking, your mind back to your breathing. That's what the meditation video told me to do, and I did it. And it changed my life. Never had I recognized, or never had I thought that meditation would be that powerful. One of the most beautiful moments of my life was in meditation. It was a moment where little Valerie came up, and little Valerie was in need of my attention. Little Valerie forgave me for having drowned her, numbed her, silenced her, shunned her, for having hated her for many, many years. And she gave me the opportunity to get close to her. I embraced her. I asked her to please let me love her, that I recognized my faults, and that all I wanted to do was heal her and be with her now. When I became one with her, we discovered our power. My life started transforming. I started becoming the best version of myself. I started becoming confident. I started building my self-esteem. I got sober. My life changed. And so if you're struggling with your life right now, I want you to know that you can start your own spiritual journey by giving meditation an opportunity to heal you. The spiritual journey is different for everybody. Your story is different than mine. But what I will tell you is that the wisdom that you tap into in meditation is universal. The healing is universal. You will feel this love from the wisdom engulf you. It's almost as though you're on this like an ecstasy trip, like you enter another dimension and you will feel wrapped in warmth and peace and love. It's a very deep-seated natural high, and you won't want to leave. But then the timer goes off and, you got to go to work. But it is transformational. And if you make it a practice, if you do it for a few times every week, and if you really, really want to make it a discipline, then you do it 2 times a day, your life transforms. You start to become aware of your triggers. You start to become aware of the negativity in the world, and you see it, you observe it, you don't feed into it, because you see in others what you used to be blinded by in yourself. But you're no longer blinded by it now because you're taking the time to get to know yourself on a deep level. You're taking the time to observe your wounds, to observe your thoughts, and connect to yourself just like you've never connected to yourself before. I mean, it's just, you connect to your higher self. You connect to God, to your soul. Like whatever your spiritual background is or your non-practicing background, you will connect to something else greater than you. And that slowly starts transforming you. It starts healing you. It starts helping you see what needs to be healed within you. Give it a try. Starting a spiritual journey is as simple as meditating for 5 minutes a day. Take all of the preconceived notions that you have about meditation out. Just take them out and stop telling yourself that you can't, and just do it. Hey ladies, are you craving transformation and personal growth? Are you ready to get radically honest with yourself and own your story? Are you ready to build confidence so that you can manifest your goals? If so, then this may be just what you're looking for. Spiritual Cardio is a course in transformational wisdom that combines traditional spiritual practices with real life experience. At Spiritual Cardio, we heal in community where we can be vulnerable and raw. Because when one woman speaks her truth, she begins to heal, and she opens the door for another woman to speak hers. At Spiritual Cardio, every lesson is designed with you in mind. That includes practical tools with relatable real-life examples. At Spiritual Cardio, we help identify and release energetic blocks so that you can become the architect of your destiny. Head over to valeriezapeta.com to read the powerful testimonials from previous clients and register for an upcoming session. Group and one-on-one coaching is available. All sessions are live and in real time. Now back to the show. Another thing that you can do that is very healing and complements your spiritual practice is journaling. You have to be able to speak your truth. You have to be able to express what's going on within you and get it out of you. You have to exhale it. Journaling helps tremendously. Journaling has been my saving grace, actually. Journaling helps me get clarity, helps me exhale and release all of this negative emotion that I have inside of me, whether it be anger or rage or something that happened throughout the day. It helps me get clarity. It helps me release. It helps you release. So then if it helps you release, then it helps you heal. It helps you express, which is powerful. And journaling also includes journaling your day. It doesn't have to be so heavy either. It can just be journaling about your day. That helps you get clarity too. What you want is clarity of thought. You want to be clear-minded for your life. You don't want to be clouded with judgment and envy or jealousy or hate or rage. You want to be clear-minded for your day. You want to be clear enough so that you can be connected to your higher self, to your heart, to your values, to your morals. Another thing you can journal about is gratitude. How to start a spiritual journey is also connecting to the things that we have in our life that bring us peace, that make our lives easier. Gratitude is a powerful spiritual practice that will help you cultivate joy, that will invite more blessings into your life. Because it's easy to get caught up in the negativity of the world. But if we can stop and just take a few minutes to recognize why our lives are so blessed, then that changes our energy. That's a complete energy shift. That will help you start your day with a positive mindset. If you can just take 5 minutes every morning and express gratitude for the things that you have, see how that affects your day. Do one day no gratitude practice in the morning, and then do one day with a gratitude practice in the morning, and compare your energy, compare your outlook, compare your perspectives, how you react to things. I hope that this episode helps you transform at least just 1 or 2%, just a little bit. And what you're going to start to notice is that those little shifts are going to start making you feel more fulfilled, making you feel more content with your life. And then that 1 to 2%, as you stay consistent, snowballs. Then it becomes 6%. Then it becomes 10%. Then it becomes 15%. And then you become unrecognizable. Like, I'm completely unrecognizable from that girl that I was. That was 2016. I started a spiritual journey in 2016, and I'm unrecognizable now. All I talk about is transformation, inner healing, rebirth, spirituality, meditation, becoming the best version of yourself, self-actualization. That's my focus. That's what I'm passionate about. But in 2016, 8 years ago, I was a completely different person. I was unrecognizable. And what changed my life was coming to the realization that I was the cause of so much pain, that I was the cause of so much suffering, that I was in the driver's seat. So taking accountability for my actions and the way that I was living my life changed my life. So I want you to know that if you are struggling and you're looking for ways on how to start a spiritual journey, I will tell you that how you start it is by getting honest with yourself. Getting honest with yourself, taking accountability for your actions, no more blaming anybody, your friends, your siblings, your parents, whoever raised you, whoever caused your trauma. Yes, your trauma is valid, absolutely, but you are responsible for your healing. You are the only one that can transform your life. And so your spiritual journey starts with you taking accountability, getting radically honest with yourself about the things that you are doing that can be changed. And then from there, start a meditation practice. I'm telling you that meditation will change your life. It will give you information that nobody else can give you, because you tune in to your spirit guides, to God, to your higher self, to your soul, to your story, to your inner child. You tap into all of that in one place, and it gives you the information that you need, and it helps you heal what needs to be healed. It is a beautiful love story that only you can create in the privacy of your own home, just with yourself. And like I said earlier, I started my meditation practice by looking up on YouTube how to meditate and saw a 5-minute video and followed instructions. Take the preconceived notions of what you think meditation is out of the equation. Stop giving yourself excuses and just do it. That is how you start a spiritual journey. Self-honesty, accountability, meditation. Meditation gives you the wisdom that you need, and it will help you heal what needs to be healed. I hope this episode helps you. My name is Valerie Z. This is the Spiritual Cardio Podcast. Please support the show by sharing this episode with some friends, or you can support the show by subscribing to the YouTube channel and leave me a comment. Let me know what you think about this episode. Also, you can purchase Spiritual Cardio merch. Pretty soon the website is going to be done, and I'll share the links below. But support my mission. I am on a mission to help heal, transform as many lives as possible so that there are more healed, self-aware, and self-actualized people in this world. Talk to you soon. Bye. Hey, thank you for showing up and spending some time with me. If you loved this episode, please make sure to subscribe. And for exclusive content, you can sign up for my newsletter at valeriezapeta.com. I'll see you guys at the next show.